Buenos dias, buenos tardes, buenos noches, and todas and toda al mundo. And good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everybody all around the world, and thank you for joining us today for another Left 4 Dead 2 competitive shoutcast. My name is MK, I'm your caster and cameraman for today, and we're gonna get into this action without no hesitation, and my co-caster will be Nine Null. So Nine Null, take this it away, and see if something crazy happens.
All right, we got a smoker, jockey, charger, and a boom. Charger gets over, gets one smack. Nothing too major happening, but some nice dings on the smoke for sure. Gonna be a nice 5% smoker getting some scratches as well. 5.5%, not bad.
Not terrible, it's a pretty good opening hit, but this is going to be the Blazing Cup loser bracket round here, Null. I do believe we have a Pibbles, I believe is a, what's the word, an alternate team coming in for a dropout to complete this cup, if I remember correctly. I'm not 100% sure on that, but that's what it seems. It's going to be played on Parish OverGrowth. Don't know who made this map, but one of the difficult choke points coming up is this choke point, Null. I always talk about this when the survivors take this. Not only is it a difficult choke point, but it's very dark around this corner if you come up to the top of the step. And if this hunter lands, it'll be big damage, and it's going to be big damage, but the charger came from the rear, completely threw me off. But Alex is swimming in the spit, and his teammates will be Patas, and Aschen, and Feyang. And why don't you take the other side away for us as far as RG4Life, as I got Pibbles.
For RG4Life, we got Zoom, Mitski, Bayoret, and Dark Maze. The only two players I recognize from RG4Life is Mitski and Dark Maze, but this team has put up really big numbers against some of the best teams in the South American region. It seems like this RG4Life team gets really, really close to some wins and then just unfortunately tosses it away. A little bit of tilt situation possibly, but I mean, we're talking some of the best teams that Left 4 Dead 2 has to offer. RG4Life, it has been able to put up good scores against them. So I think Pibbles is probably going to have a hard time. Pibbles is a team that is registered for Bloodfest Cup, I believe, so we're going to be seeing more of them. But this will be a first little taste test here. Of course, Fani NG of Never Lose. I'm not sure if that's Patitas or if that's just Patas. I'm not sure, but if that is Patitas, that is a normal member of Never Lose as well.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought that was. I thought it was two members of Never Lose, and Fanning isn't part of that, but either way, this tank's going in, and it's going to be an early pull coming out. The Hunter takes the pull, the Rock's going to just land. Looks like they're just going to take what they can here. The car's out of position. The Charger lands. Can he get over to that next corner fast enough? I don't think so. He tries for a Hail Mary. There's a smoker pull. He's going to get the Rock. Can he get over? No, he cannot. Turn punch onto Alex. Oh, so close. And this should kill off the tank. He is dead. No, one in cap coming out there. It got a little crazy there for a minute. This jockey is still alive. It finally dies off, but they're alive, Null, and pills are popped, and they'll lose about 45% of their bonus with 2 hits and a tank.
So sad for RG4Life. They've got the spitter ready to go, but they just don't have anything to pair it with. Boomer comes up next. It's going to be a 2-2 here with a Hunter and with a Charger. Got some market spawns here. We'll see what they can do with it.
Shout out to Gustivo in chat. Right now we're going.
Shout out to Hambone as well. Much love.
Oh, look at this Boomer. No one's paying attention. No, that Boomer got proxied. The Hunter was ready to go. The Charger comes in late and gets a double charge in the... Wait, what?
I don't know.
What just
happened? I was wondering the same thing. Couldn't tell ya.
All right.
Couldn't tell ya.
So, okay, I think it was a double charge, and the Charger got cleared right before it hit the wall, and I think the survivor that was originally charged walked out of it. I'm not 100% sure. We're going to watch that one back on the tape, because that was bananas. We asked for something crazy happen, but not at the beginning, no. It happened at the end.
All right, let's see it. Jockey, Smoker, Hunter, Boom. Going to try to catch off Pibbles here at the tail end. Just going to be a hunt. And that's that.
316 is the bonus. We're not talking about WWE either now, but that's the score they'll tally up. 616 points after 1. 30. I think that's pretty darn good to start off here, considering where the tank was, and the tank got 20% bonus, so the infected managed to get about 50%. I think that's terrible.
Yeah, we'll just have to see. Obviously, there are multiple hittables during the tank, which can definitely make the survivor's life go sideways real quick. But it's also like kind of a bait because you've got the balcony area, you've got multiple structural poles, you've got a lamp post, you got a big van. There's a lot of stuff to hide around, and it just makes it really difficult to actually land those cars. I thought that maybe the tank had some opportunities to just instead of like the rock toss, maybe he could have gone for the car on that smoker target with a little bit of patience. Because like if the survivors run up to try to clear that smoker, then he just hits them with the car. Like they had to literally walk up right next to the car. So think a little bit more, because you don't want to get caught just like all inning on a hittable. That's like the noob trap 101. Like don't get too distracted on a hittable. But in that situation, it did feel like it could have been a pretty good strategy. We'll see what Pibbles is able to do here on their SI side. Going to have a tank, or going to have a hit before we get into the tank, rather, and it's going to be a Charger, Jockey, Smoker, and a Boom. See what they can find.
Look at this, all the infected are just over the parkour section trying to find out where that little lip is, and now they know where it is.
Uh-huh.
They really want to play that really badly. They really want to. It's funny. One of the fun wait up games, but sometimes the parkour actually works in its opposite objective, though. No. Sometimes when we play games on this, people just end up playing the parkour, and the pug never ends up happening half the time because they want to play on it. But I'm happy to see that people enjoy it. But I'm more so looking forward to what this tank is going to do. You said the second car. Let's see if the survivors know about it on this side, because I'll tell you one thing. The tank on the other side knew about having to get the car in and to get on top of the building instead of walk down the alley, which a lot of the infected do during that tank commit, and they didn't guard that little alley choke point in the back where a normal Parish, the tank, would go to maybe bring another hit aboard, just a transition would take minimal chip. But here it's a bit different, and he used the fire escape to get up onto the rooftop and allowed him to commit with no chip. Absolutely none whatsoever. But unfortunately for him, still didn't have to end up being a wipe. Just one in cap comes out, but the special infected top it off with knocking that bonus down to 316. Was a good job at that. As we get baited by RG4Life, we'll just wait a little bit longer. But man, Charger, Jockey, Smoker, Boomer, when I said something crazy, I was hoping somebody would have got Death Shard from the gate, but
right.
Pride is not in the game. I mean, sorry. I love you, but sorry.
I feel like the fire escapes are kind of biased towards people who live in cities. Like I've literally never seen a fire escape in my whole life, so I don't even think of like using those. But yeah, you can definitely climb up those stairwells, get right on top of the roof. Definitely a good strategy. Let's see how it goes out here. Another thing is just we're gonna see so much. Hopefully, we're gonna see so much more parkour come out in ways that actually set up the SIs quite well. Like in the Chapter 2, hit comes out, Jockey Smoker land for just a moment, but Charge can't get a spawn. And the meat and potatoes of the hit is not going to be able to spawn in. Double Boom does come out, but Charge is just going to dip out and hang out.
Reloading here. Interesting. Maybe. Oh, what I like? No, this is called map knowledge. And they know the stair hit's coming up, and they want to set up for it. Either that or he missed his spawn, which I didn't catch it, but we can just say, I'm holding it for the stairwell hit, which is smart, and look at what the spawns they got and all. You can't ask for anything better for the stairwell hit. I think this is exactly what they want. The amazing play would be, the perfect one, is to jock the first guy forward and cover it and get a second survivor in there, but that's a dream what they can do with it here.
I hear Hunter around.
We certainly will. Hunter's ready to go. Going to ricochet through. Jockey dragging into the spit with the charge coming through. Kind of out of the spit, though. I mean, with that being the play, like, spit wasn't really the ideal angle for that. And they have only lost less than 8% of their bonus with the tank coming in. Not a bad start for RG4Life, for sure, especially considering that hit right there. The SIs had everything they wanted, and it was pretty much the most challenging hit to deal with in this chapter. So if they can just deal with the tank, they can probably get through that choke point after the tank without much issue, as we saw. In the meantime, hit comes in. Hunt gets dealt with. Smoker gonna get dealt with as well as he just hops in, goes for a scratch. Boom. Arcing from all the way up there. Not gonna find anybody. But we do have 2 cars. We do have 2 cars.
I almost hit Nick. That was so close.
Very close.
That's crazy bank shot, no. Not Sunday yet, right? The banks should still be open, so I think it counts, right? He did what you said, no. He got the car.
Yeah.
Shoot the shit out of that thing.
What do you think of
Oh,
this?
look at RG4Life.
No way. Thought he was gonna get that car over. He should punch it right over.
Shoot it!
Oh, that sucks. I had the first one. No, this is definitely your tank. Take it away.
This is such an interesting spot. We're just going to go like OG Parish. Not Parish OG, but OG Parish. In comes in the tank. Gets 1 hit. Gets another hit. Got a corner here. Only got 1700 HP left though. Charge, nothing. Hunt lands. Maybe some charge smacks, but this is a very sad tank. Patas eventually going to finish off Nick, maybe, if he feels like it. No, not even going to do that.
Pick me up.
And I mean, don't get me wrong, it's going to be pretty much the same scoreline here, but it did feel like RG4Life kind of had a Pibbles number on that, but especially Patas getting danced on quite a bit. Hits coming in, they're just going to hold.
Yeah, there was no time. It's really difficult to kill a tank and get a hit in there at the same time when everything goes in simultaneous. It's not the way Parish OverGrowth works out. They try to pounce the Uzi player, it works out, and a 2-boom. Nice boomer spawn. He knew how to get up there. That's some map knowledge. It's not the easiest to get up there. No, you gotta know a few ladders and be able to make the jump to do it. And I like it. He gets on top of that building, lands it. Some decent damage comes out. And now some massive separation that won't have any penalties at the moment, but they need to clean this up quickly before spawns are up. And they just do in time. And it is going to be a quad try before safer.
Okay, let's see it out of Pibbles.
See who hits the antenna and gets stuck. That antenna is not.
Right.
It's solid for a reason, though.
Even if no one gets stuck, all 3 of them clean up there. Charger misses his rocket again. They land a double cap. Oh my god, it would have been so much better, but it's still massive. I mean, look at all this damage. 3 of them rocketed from the same spot, and then the smoker was chilling out up there too. And they still get all that damage, MK.
And I don't think they know about the short route either. They're going to walk all the way around. Yes, they are. They don't know that there's a different way you can go.
Yeah.
I didn't say that out loud, did I? But this is it. This is the last hit, and it's decent spawns. There's no hunter, but they got the smoker instead, and I think I like this tri-cap. They're going to win the round as far as Pibbles, but how? Oh my gosh, that smoker died so fast. The jockey lands, Charger gets nothing. That's a very clean take. We have less than 100 points going into Chapter 2. Exactly what we expected to walk into this loser bracket of the Blazing Cup. 616 to 544. 4 left to go, possibly. Let's go.
Okay, I think Pibbles as the underdog here, doing great for themselves. Obviously, can't be too comforted, but a 50-point lead, not bad. As we head to Park, Chapter 2 is another heavily renovated version of the original Parish. It does start to feel a little bit more normal once you get to the event area, but only for a moment. This has really had heavy renovations, and we'll see how prepared these teams are for it, because, you know, you mentioned multiple times, maybe 3 or more times, different stuff that survivors, or SIs in specific, well, also survivors, now that I think about it, could have been doing to better themselves. Some of those advantages were taken, some were not. I'm immediately thinking about the pink house situation on Chapter 2. We're not going to have the tank opportunity to kind of path around on the rooftops, as it is going to be an 84% tank. But we'll see if these teams have any other tricks up their sleeves that I'm sure you know about, but maybe myself and the crowd don't know about.
Yeah, we went over quite a bit of the little hidden spots that you can cross over, and it looks like for the most part some of the top teams seen it with that one cast that we have done. That was actually quite a swing of the game because one side knew it, the other side didn't. So the fact that you're able to maneuver over top of this building, which won't come into play for this tank though, because it's going to be an event tank. And last time we casted this game, I was talking about a Parish Overgrowth update that would take this tank away and change it quite a bit. That has not happened yet. So this tank is going to spawn inside the garage. And the tank is going to be not really close to the survivors, but a little bit closer than usual. Where if he spawns with a boomer, he's going to be able to roll in with it being very dangerous. So that's one thing to note here. Going into this chapter is this event where the tank spawns on the ground instead of behind the closed door on regular Parish. It's limited that you'll get to see this tank spawn, but I'm really curious to see what they're going to do, as nobody's really got to practice this because that tank spawn was not available with the previous update. So it's only been floating around a couple of months, this tank spawn. So, and it doesn't come up that much into tournament play now. And this may be one of the first times we actually see it in a loser bracket match.
Yeah, you bring up a great point. Watching Left 4 Dead 2 competitive footage can often be a great way to prepare for certain campaigns. When you watch the best of the best play a match, they pull out all the stops, you get some of the details on the situation. But we do have Rim hopping in for RG4Life. We got a Hunter, Spitter, Smoker, and a Boom. 2-2 hunt smoke. See what they can find.
Patience.
Smoke in an interesting spot. It's going to be transitioning over to the boxes as he hops up and gets a smoke. Hunter skeeted out of the air, spit into the smoke. They will be able to hop out of that. Still some good damage, especially thanks to that smoke. But Dark Maze getting 10 points in as well.
Reloading. Yeah, call the go-go in chat and they go. It should be a staple for RG4Life. They like the go-go when the go-go is touched. I don't know how well their communication is as far as verbally and all, but it seems to be something quite consistent that we've seen from RG4Life. And they've been making it work out. Oh my goodness, the jockey in the back, the charger lands, the spinner fails utterly bad. He's gonna come in very late. I don't even know if he'll get a ding. Yeah, he does. He's lucky. Wow, he actually got quite a bit from that. Very lucky spread, but good capitalization coming out from RG4Life now. Look at that 2 damage average. Almost 20%. That's big.
Yeah, it was really unfortunate. Alex got hit for so much damage. He hopped on top of the kind of newspaper receptacle kind of thing, and the spit just kept ticking away at him. A lot of free damage there. Smoker into the jockey, into the... Okay, Hunter going to be able to go for another... Where's the survivor damage? None of the SIs are being shot. And that hit got just an exorbitant amount of damage. 2 boom apparently obscured the vision. I don't know if there was some issues with maybe like a reload cancel along the way or something, but there was a serious lack of firepower on that hit.
Yeah, I agree there was. No, everybody got shredded. That boomer, beautiful boom spot. I mean, you're not going to get killed through there where he lands, dies in the proper order. Sets up a phenomenal attack, and we can see that neither one of these teams do know how to get onto the pink house right here on chapter 2. You'll see the pink house becomes a staple in every chapter now with something hidden by it. And see if anybody can find it. And they're pushed through, and looks like a hit just from the bridge on the other side. They call the go-go. Again, they just go with the call. The charger gets stuck in the door with the spit. And look at, they're swimming in it. All of them jockey. They're all swimming in the spit. No, please tell them it's not that do. I don't know what they're doing.
Let them know.
That is big damage, and the damage bonus is already gone by 9%. Pibbles are taking so much damage here now.
Yeah, getting Nickelodeon slimed all over. Pibbles is just taking way too much damage through here. And the simple go-go calls are continuing to work for RG4Life. Trying to get in and find a cheeky little boom there. Not going to be able to get it. As the survivors walk in, lock it up, and continue walking forward. Kind of an awkward hit here, but hey, they got a smoker, they got a charger, they got a hunter. They can try to make it work. Raw charge, how about that? Charge goes in first, completely raw. Pibbles has got to be so happy that there was no spit there, and that was a boom instead. Otherwise, Pibbles might have just died, and if they didn't die, they would have definitely lost all their bonus, at least all their HP. Absolutely devastating hit from RG4Life.
I'm wrong. Look at this, no. It does spawn the tank.
Interesting.
It did work out properly.
Okay.
All right, let's see if he knows where the hittable is, and he does not. No map knowledge coming out for RG4Life, and all that was changed just for that. It's very difficult to get it, but it costs everything to get it. And the rock, no, it lands. He gets the rock. It's 1 in so far. Let's see how long Zoom can make this last out here. Now 1 in so far, and loses about 250 health. I think that's a good trade. A rock
That's
for
a
250
huge
health.
trade.
I'll do that all day, no, all day.
Definitely.
This is not
Hitbox.
Yeah, right?
I don't know if you can.
Very accurate rock from there.
I don't know if you can get it over that fence though. I think you might have to try the porta potties. I don't remember if the barbed wire is solid or not.
got a hunter.
Double cap.
Look at that. Still
Not the
damage.
best timing though. Would have loved to have that with a rock hurtling at them, but not going to be a huge deal. Zoom is desperate to hold on to this first pass, but he is going to go second pass eventually. Another nice attempt at the rock, but it's not going to work. And he's just going to have to go with this unless he wants to sacrifice some HP. Trying to jump up as high as he can. He's going to try up here as well. Going to keep trying to jump up, but Impe's not finding it. And he's just going to have to go ahead and engage with a Jockey Charger Smoker. I don't think this is too bad anyways. Smoker comes out, a little bit awkward. I mean, Nick is just easily getting the clear there. Now Jockey's just stranded. That SI, oh my god, Charger gonna be able to land onto Alex. Could this recomp the whole hit? Yeah, gonna go ahead and be able to finish off Alex with one more. Actually, still alive. Now he goes down. 600 HP left on Zoom. Bonnie, not going down, but obviously the bonus has been smashed through. Pibbles was already quite low on bonus, so I think they're going to be happy that they survived this tank with any amount of bonus left, and they'll be able to continue forward with 146 points of bonus.
And separated right now. This is big. Oh, what an Uzi ski coming out there. The shotgun is not in the front. They are completely ass backwards here now. They got the Uzi in the front. The shotgun's in the back. There's an end cap in the back. A jockey and a boomer to troll. And the jockey makes it. Can the Uzi get the clear? Oh no, they do. That was so close. They're gonna send one survivor up to get the button off and leave the pickup. Looks like they'll get the pickup. The boomer comes in to try to delay. They don't get it. But now Alex is about to go down at 1 HP.
Yeah.
And this is gonna be rough.
The funny thing when he goes down, the funny thing was you mentioned, like, obviously the shotgun should be in the front. But with that guy, the down player, and then the very back player getting hit by the jockey, they're probably pretty glad that the SMGs were in the front, not the shotguns. Regardless, though, that Charge are going to go in, get a big hit. Hunter is going to connect with the spit. Down goes Fawny. And, yeah, just pouring out. I mean, they've got bonus, but it's all HP at this point. It's all on Ansaken. See how we do from here. He's dead.
Don't pick
Alex
up now.
has
Dead.
left the building. And they're going to call the go-go. Now that Alex is dead, Charge, Smoker, they're all going for row. And I actually think Pibbles might be able to live because of that. Pato's still alive. Oh, he's going to get shot.
That's going to be the wipe triple fours with the add on to their 616 points, giving them 1,016. Not a terrible score for two. A little bit above just the distance. Nothing too much to bring home about and all. It's only plus 160 on top of the distance for the first two maps. So if you're playing vanilla, you'd be down 40 points.
This is definitely not ideal here for Pibbles. They took so much damage leading up to the tank. The tank was honestly pretty big disaster there for RG4Life. I felt like, considering what they were going up against. I mean, Pibbles was like on their last leg there, and they were able to defend against that tank. So, I mean, Pibbles They got 444. I expect RG4Life to be able to get a lot more than 444, but we'll see how it plays out. Smoker Hunter 2-2. Could be RG4Life with a pretty hefty lead after this, or it could be something else entirely. Could be a tank wipe even, and could continue Pibbles with the lead. Let's see how this 2-2 goes.
I love the fact that you can actually walk in that little crevice area
Careful.
where they're at. It's so, oh my goodness! What a ski coming out will get some free spit damage. This smoker's looking for a scratch as they come out. Can he time it? Oh, and he gets a, was it a double? Or I think he got a double scratch there.
I think he did.
Yeah, he gets a double. The opening hit comes out at 4.5, so the Hunter getting skeeted. He'll scramble some damage out there onto RG4Life. Not bad. You're in the shutdown.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Patas was the boom. Yeah, I think the boom got 14 points of damage just by it comes in. Charger missing. Hunt spit will be good. But yeah, I mean, it felt like Ro got that skeet and then she was like feeling herself so hard. And so she runs out. There's a double boom though, and all the commons just surround her, and she takes so much free damage. You know, you got to be cognizant. You got to lock down the full hit, not just the SIs, but got to make sure that you're able to do everything. Otherwise, you're still going to eat plenty of damage.
Yeah, and a little bit better positioning from the survivor that was up front. They call for the go-go. The smoker does land that charger. Jockey land 1 punch, 2 punch, 3 punch. All right, that's good damage. Look at that. And a smoker scratch? Nope, he can't get the scratch, but still. The M2 damage coming out from Pibbles is quite impressive. That's 3 attacks. They're averaging 5% per hit. I mean, they're kind of go-going synchronized together in not the most advantageous spots, though. Now, if you see where they're coming at kind of far away, but it works out. So, I mean, if they're making it happen and they're getting value. You see that?
No.
All right.
Jockey around here.
Go back and see what happens.
I see that Jockey losing the 1v1. I see the spit going on top of the porta potty while the Hunter lands. And that hit is just going to be completely tossed by the wayside. I thought Pibbles was doing a really good job of matching the damage that RG4Life put out. But with one single misstep, you know, getting no damage through this integral alleyway hit. 927 bonus remains for RG4Life. This could be a huge lock-in.
Huge walk, it is an understatement. They got to hold on to it. It's come down to tank play, but this hit is really tough. Look at the charger rocketed beautifully. Oh, he's melted. The boomer was a little late to the pass. It looks like I'll tell you what, now, from a lot of people that like to do attacks when you're learning to get better with your infected, you learn about stack order. You always want to get it right. But when the tank's about to spawn next off, you want to send things out of whack. I think the boomer should have went first there to guarantee that charge bit. Now they go into this tank at 81.9% bonus, and even though Pibbles did some great attacks, I think they're walking through this tank a little bit better than the other side.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. We'll see what Ansaken can do here with this tank. Got a lot of work left to do here for the side of Pibbles. Kind of climbing around the outside while RG4Life clears commons looking the other way. And that's going to allow him to get up on top of the roof unscathed.
Yeah, you absolutely can walk around that route. That's the smart way to go. This will push the survivors back. The tank can even go higher. No, he's not. No, he could directly go onto the bridge if he wanted to from up there. He just doesn't want to. Because if you do, no, they can run forward, so there is a consequence. So they're just going to take it here. And this is a big tank coming out for Pibbles.
So important. Gets the porta potty guy to start off the engagement, but he's already half HP. This is a disaster. He's climbing up things. Charger is missing. Hunt Jock is gonna land. But it's actually, I mean, the Jock is getting a lot of damage, but Ansaken unfortunately is not. Maybe got a couple smacks there, but now he's left to hide inside the seat of it. He gets a double smack. He gets lasered down. But they get more pills. They got 516 bonus. It is a very big clapback potential here for RG4Life. But the thing is, there's only about 120 more points as far as distance goes. So they need to be careful to hold on to this bonus, which isn't easy to do when you got this event going out and you got this SI onslaught, you got the CI onslaught. If they lock it down, there's just a hunter and they should be able to get through that important building up ahead.
Yeah, they're gonna deal with the quad next. Quad is going in. I don't know if they're paid attention to it. I'm pretty sure RG4Life knows about it. They have 463 bonus, and they can take the lead by a commanding amount by holding on to this. And they're going to send the charger and the quad here. Not the greatest spot. Let's see, the hunter lands but gets cleared. The charger's already dead. Smoker is late. And look at a couple of things of pull damage. Smoker will be killed off. 2-2 before Safe Room will come in. And the lead will swap over to RG4Life. The question will be how much, as they have 396 bonus and a 2-2 standing in front of them in Chapter 3.
Right, and you know, this hit area, they're pathing around towards the buses. So there is still kind of that rocket potential, but it's not really the same alleyway. It's a different setup here for Pibbles. We'll see how ready they are for it. Jockey Charger with the spitter. No charger, just a jockey spitter. And yeah, this hit's definitely not looking too appetizing here for the SIs. Going to try their hand with the spit, trying to get some standing spit. And I will say post-tank damage was decent enough, right? Like 150 points taken away, but it's still going to be a hefty 350 point advantage here for RG4Life.
Yeah, 350 is nothing to sneeze at, but they do have value to the chapters coming up here, though, now. And they have a finale that is worth. One thing we talked about this, one of the updates that were going to come into Parish OverGrowth was the finale being changed quite a bit. And that has already happened quite a bit already, but it is not ready to be played on. So we're going to see the normal Parish OverGrowth finale. Extremely survivor-sided. And if you want a chance for a comeback, you want to see the tank before 28%, or you want it after 72. You want nothing in between. You get the tanks in between, no. It is going to be such a challenge to get damage. You're going to be so desperate on your support just to get an in cap on the tank, or just get the dumpster to be a miracle. So that is one thing. Remember, you don't want to be down a couple hundred going to this finale. It's not easy to make up points. It's the way it was intended. It wanted to be survivor-sided, but it will definitely change in the future, but not today. 2-2, Jockey Hunter. 55% no. I think that's in the White House, if I remember correctly.
The White House tank? You can't put a tank in the White House?
I forgot.
Maybe you can. I don't know. Maybe you can. We'll see.
This is a good point. I forgot that. It's funny. I didn't intend to say it like that, but it's funny. It works out.
You can't park that there.
Let's see. Yeah, it is the White House. The big hole in the ground and the drop. And of course, we saw Fear Factory play their match in there, and it's a terrible time to crash, but sometimes you crash. Cars are flying.
Oh God.
Ellis walks into the car as soon as it has that half a second when it gives the survivor to the person. And just really hate to see that, and meant to their demise, but hopefully that won't happen here. This is going to be a little earlier. He can get the couch, but I just don't think it's advantageous to bring the couch into play, though, even though I would like to see it.
Come on, we'd all love the couch here. You got the couch, you got the fridge, you got all kinds of stuff that you got to be watching out for here on Parish OverGrowth. I feel like the couch is like a sacred space for gamers. So you're really not expecting the couch to like come back and be hitting you and dealing damage to you.
The couch is a Left 4 Dead 1 reference. Shout out to Blood Harvest. There's also the recliner that's hittable on Blood Harvest on Left 4 Dead 1. So there's a lot of things. Oh, what a ski coming out. Jockey gets F2'd from the spit. Boomer gets shut down. And right now, RG4Life looks like they might have taken the turn for this as far as morale. And points-wise, the question is, Pibbles going to be able to chop them down and delay this. Keep the spitter. It doesn't look like the survivors will make it past the big rig part. The question is, Will the Infected know to hit quick, or will they be ready? Or they go past here? And they made it. This is too late now, but they're going to go anyways. And not going to work out. The spit doesn't even look. And Pibbles looks like they might be falling apart with their SI here. No, I did not like that.
Yeah, I like that they still tried it, but because the other option, I don't know, maybe you just hit down the highway here. I don't know, not the highway, but you know, the road. I don't know what the play really was there. It was really more, in my opinion, it was more of just like a really strong play by RG4Life to be able to keep up the tempo after that first hit. Aang drops down a charger. He's going to be finding that one with the spit connecting as well. Doing a good job to pop the spit before it was able to drop down underneath the coach. In the meantime, it will be a triple boom. But as you can see, the damage is definitely manageable here for RG4Life. They're doing a much better job. Well, I mean, they did an alright job on Chapter 2 as well, but doing a very good job at preserving their life total here on Chapter 3. We've got one more hit until the tank comes in.
Yeah, I just want to see what Pibbles is going to know their knowledge on the map. Remember, there's 2 hittables that we saw Goat use the last time we got to do one of this match. They might have been under a different name, but we know what we're talking about anyways, the players.
Oh, yeah.
They got the second car, and he had the hatchback. He also had the sedan. And now the Infected, as far as Pibbles, got to get some damage here with this choke point. Very advantageous for the survivors right here. And they're going to go back for the Uzi player. They're keeping Coach back, though. And, all right. And they land a rolling tri-cap. One slam.
Wow.
Really good clears, though, coming out there by Rem. I mean, it was a beautiful tri-cap, but you can't be cleaned up anymore. Look at how little damage all the other survivors took except for the charge guy. That is still good clearing, but the Infected was amazing, though. Look at that. Almost 20%. Beautifully done.
Absolutely huge. And, yeah, I mean, when you say that hit places survivor-sided, I mean, the spawns are, like, tough to find. Like, you think, oh, this is a great spot. You know, the overpass area. Okay, hit comes in. Charger's gonna land with a smackdown. Hunter gets in there as well. I'm assuming they're just gonna be able to walk it back, but yeah, Fani is gonna be setting up here as the SIs get in some more damage.
And we can tell that Fawning does not have map knowledge of the hittables. He has them from all sides. There's two to the left, and there's one to the right. And he chooses to get none and stay here.
None.
It's interesting. Know your map. Watch your casts, because you can even hear us tell you where it is.
Right.
They're going to go for a rock.
I like it.
And the rock was successful at hitting the tree while the SI just do so much damage. Who needs the tank when they can just M2 with their SI and get that value? Look at that. 58.5. What just happened?
And look at Fani.
A little late,
Climbing
though.
up.
A little late and all, but...
And we got the fridge as well, the old Frigidaire. Boom come, yeah, that's gonna get popped, and that's just so awkward. Like, you've got this boom guaranteed. What, I guess he just wanted to, you know, get those comments coming in and catch him off guard. Jockey is huge here. Hunter's kind of hopping around, trying to delay, trying to block. Not gonna get Mitski. And he's just gonna be able to skeet him, but look at all this jock damage. It also puts Rem in a horrible spot. It puts RG4Life near this car and the Frigidaire. Oh, a little bit icy in here. Wait. He's dead.
I can't do this on my own. Give me some help.
That was so close to another car hit. It looked like Darkman was trying to use the car as a ramp to walk onto the ladder. Nope, there's clips on those ladders, my friend. none of that silly business during a tank commit. And believe it or not, and all, they got some really good damage with that tank, just not from the tank, from everything else.
Everything but the tank.
Yeah, basically. I mean, it's still great damage. The Charger lands a charge spin too. And Ellis is going to lose a lot of its permanent HP and get pounced. Wow, again, they're just tacking it on. Pibbles are getting damage with the SIs. Not the tank, though. All SI. All day.
Not the tank, though. I think this should be a Charger, Smoker, Jockey, Spitter, which would be good enough for sure through this area. It is what they get. Jockey spawns in, takes the 1v1. Okay, team was not ready for that. Charger. Okay, kind of slows down here as the hit comes out. I don't know. Yeah, Smoker didn't go in. So as of right now, they're not getting that charge back. Tries the one way. I don't even know if that, well, not even a one way, but you know, cheeky smoke. Now they're gonna have a hunt, boom, smoke jock, which is all right, I guess, but it's nothing to write home about. Okay.
No, not at all. Nothing really. They're gonna smoker pull in the back. The jockey gets a nice ski coming out there. Tri-cap with the boomer. The boomer finds a target. Everything else gets shut down. Just a little bit of damage. Still holding on to 385 points. And man, they are just making whim. I can't even keep my camera up with them. They're going so fast.
Right?
Yeah, they're just moving. I apologize
Well,
to
you
the
gotta
viewers.
keep in mind, our rim just went slow. They have no more pills to get back up, so every little inch of space that they can get is gonna be warmly welcomed here as they do finally make their way. And look at this. I mean, another choke point in the books. They basically made it through, you know, the car graveyard here, the car apocalypse. There is this alarm card here still, but as they're just spawning in, they're giving away the audience. He's not even looking at it.
I mean, they're constantly landing their charged spits now. They're doing a great job with it when they have the spawns to land them. They almost get it all the time. It's just those certain spawns where they walk it kind of far away. It just doesn't
with
work.
the death spit onto Zoom.
I'm reloading.
Right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, it's just that's the way it works. And 20.7,
I see a safe house this way.
all the special infected damage. If you think about it, I think the tank did get a smack, but I don't think he got anything more than that. And here they go. They send it. The jockey lands. Smoker lands. Nobody sees the smoker.
Dude.
Still polling here. Ellis. Jockey flirting with coach a little bit. And they'll walk in. They'll make it. 200 bonus
That
even.
was
200 bonus even. Look at that.
They locked Dark Maze out of the safe room, and I can't blame. I mean, look at the man. He's sitting here with 88 points of permanent life, and he can't even turn around to clear his friend who's been smoked. That's certainly one of the plus sides of having voice comms, because we've wondered, like, is RG4Life even using voice comms? Because they do spam those go-go's and stuff like that. I wonder, because that smoker took like 6 to 7 business days to get cleared.
Yeah, it definitely did. I mean, see, one thing that I would like to tell to some players that want to try to improve their game is what you see Pibbles do with their infected the go-go and try to synchronize. It's not a bad idea to start practicing, but you want to be able to just trust each other and say a word and it's good, and you can think on another level. So for now, Jockey will latch on. Nice ski coming out there by Banning, shutting that down with a double proxy boom. And they're going to go into a quad, and they should be able to get past the big rig, which means the quad probably isn't going to come out into the overpass.
Yeah, you just got to hold down the W key after this first hit comes out. You got to shut down the cappers as well. You definitely don't want to have a guy getting charged and like getting common wrapped and stuff like that. Hunter, Smoker, I mean, look at how much time they've got to get through this, but it is going to be a quad here for RG4Life. And how do you evaluate this situation?
No. If we needed a quad to land, and we needed it, or we would lose. My call would be to let them go over the fence and surround them around the underpass, with one survivor separated for the smoker. That's just my call.
Like it.
That's what I would try to do. Because if you can rocket spawn above them, with the lower the angle or the amount of space from the place above to the ground, is the best chance you have of winning. And right here is where I think they should go. The smoker just went prematurely. Charger did a great job. Oh,
Wow.
Jockey covered. 1 slam, 2 slams. They stop it. And that's good damage coming out from RG4Life. And they needed that one. That'll bring up the average to over 6% per hit.
Neck and neck so far, which is it's fine for Pibbles. They're down 400. Obviously, they got to make back some ground somewhere, but so far they're doing a better job than on Chapter 2 of shutting down the damage, shutting down the hits. 2-2 Smoker Hunter. Hunter gives his audio cue, And so the survivors know he's over on this right-hand side. In fact, Rochelle and Nick are trying to get chip on him desperately, but they haven't gotten any. Boom onto one behind him. Smoker pull on a separated target as the hunter goes in to finish the job. In the spit.
It missed. Look at that spread.
Okay, they gave him some. All right.
Did you see that spread, though? That was crazy.
That was a crazy spread.
It was perfectly just in the back of the van. Nowhere else.
Exactly, yeah. Good thing there's no produce in there or anything, but...
Oh, they will get a hit inside, but I don't think they get a spitter. No. All right, so this inside of the house won't be as scary, but they're going to full send. Hey, look at Alex flirting with his boomer.
Yeah.
Oh, he walks into it. I think he could have just stayed there. And this boomer will be hunted down, and I think they're not even going to move forward. Oh, never mind. They're going to go with this common horde. The charger misses. The hunter doesn't, and Rem will have the tank for his team. And without hesitation, he goes to the hatchback. I think the sedan might be too far to go for now. But he's going for it.
Disagrees.
He's going for the sedan.
Interesting.
I love every second of this. I love when
the survivors don't respond, so they're okay. They are gonna start pushing forward now.
This is actually not the play. They waited too long for this. They're gonna come up here. They don't even have an angle to see it yet. Oh, they just noticed it. Oh my goodness! He almost makes that inside the house. That would have been crazy. And Rem puts him in the place, and he can actually play with them here with that other car, but I don't think he has time to go back. And they're going back. I mean, they gotta take the choke points again, though. The boomer's useless, but so this is gonna be a pretty standard Parish fight now. This tank play, unless they go far back now. Wow! What reflexes come out from its action? Wow, no, that was bananas. What reflexes? All right, regular Parish, we are here. We have a hatchback in. We have spawns up above. We have survivors split, and the tank is going to pursue two of them, and they're just going to gang up on one. The charger misses, is now useless. Alice is no longer shooting the tank at all. He is chasing the jockey. For some reason, Alex gets punched. Two survivors are now slow. There goes an in cap. The tank has 900. Alice walks into a free punch. A rock goes out, and the smoker is pulling, and this damage and the damage bonus melting away with 2% every hit. Look at it go away, and another in cap comes out. And Pibbles are only going to have about 30% bonus remaining. And it's going to be difficult and all for them to make it 60% of the map with not losing 190 bonus. It's going to be hard.
Now, there was something that happened, and I could have just let this go away. I could have never spoken about it again. I'm sure Alex would have preferred that, but Alex popped his pills and then got hit by the tank and went down, which pretty much completely nullified his pills entirely. And actually, I was curious, MK, you know, you pop the pills and the health is like regenerated over time. You get the temporary health like regenerated over time. What happens if you like pop your pills and then just instantly get down by the tank before the pills have even been able to really take effect? Do you still lose like half the DB?
No, you will lose whatever permanent or whatever health you had when you got punched.
Okay.
So say if it's at 8.
So you just lose the pills.
Yeah, you lose the pills and whatever percent of health or / damage bonus that whatever was worth. So no, you won't lose that. Nice hunter, nice charger, nice jockey. It's a kind of a rolling tri-cap coming in there. Quad unsuccessful. They do lose a lot of their points, and more importantly, slow for this infected is they got Nick slow. So now they're crawling, and the thought of winning the chapter for Pibbles, I think, is now gone. And I don't know how well they're going to pay attention to Nick. There seems to be a pretty big gap, and they're even dropping without him, but he regroups with his teammate. 2-2 coming up on the inside of the house, and this hit is just pretty standard Parish, in my opinion here.
Yeah, exactly. Standard Parish hit. Can have some good damage, but, you know, if the skeets are landing, getting the damage on the rocket targets quickly, no problem at all. For the survivors, And this is the thing, right? They're going to be moving. And something also I want to say is it feels like both with the question mark versus Sakori match and with this match here today, the name of the game has been finding separation, like moments of separation, getting a survivor in the back separated or forward separated. So what you bring up about needing to take care of these survivors who are slow, it's very, very, very important. As a hit is up, ready to go, it's a quad, but the SIs spawned in and weren't able to catch Patas in the back. They weren't able to catch these other slow survivors because, you know, Pibbles is grouped up, ready to clear.
And they're going to take this low. I wouldn't even be surprised if the infected just wait for the car alarm now. I mean, there's really good spawns here. Don't get me wrong. You have spawns on each building. I mean, not each building. The building and the highway. So you have both. And now you have both highways to spawn on. So this area got way more advantageous for the special infected to just really choose on when the specials want to go. And it looks like it's going to be trying to trigger this car alarm. That's the bad part about being slow. You can't blitz through choke points. You got to take more damage. How much will they take is the question, all.
Alarm car will be triggered, but all they really lose is the smoker. The smoker does manage to down Alex, and it's going to be tough. Like, all these comments are going to wrap around. They don't really seem to have that much melee. Ellis will be able to use his fire axe here for a bit. MK, 178 bonus, theoretically they should be able to get it in.
Oh, they'll be able to. The question is how much of it. They're going to have to take more hits. And at this rate, it looks like 2 more. Hunter gets blasted out of the sky again. Jockey lands, stumbles Rochelle out of the spit. Fortunate for her. So they don't really lose anything to that whatsoever. It's pretty clean. The go-go's called. The only bad part is they have a survivor at 1 HP. And they trigger another car alarm. I don't know if that was on purpose or by accident. But since that survivor has permanent health, he's not really slow. Oh, now he is. Never mind. The charger. Did you see that, doll?
The one smack.
Charger accidentally got stuck on top of the garage door. Oh, bye, Alex. Never mind, now, no bonus.
See, a car alarm was a creative decision. 73. I mean, we have to keep in mind, RG4Life only got 200 points of bonus. Spit? They're gonna eat it. That's crazy. They're gonna go down. Okay, whatever. Smoke, charge. Oh man. Like, what are they gonna do here? Do they want to just leave him? Do they want to risk losing the 28 points? I think you just leave him personally.
I don't know. That's a lot of commons, man. Look at those commons now. Oh, they're going for it. Oh, they get the kill. They get it. And they get extra points.
Okay. They proved me wrong there. About 160 point advantage for RG4Life on that chapter, but their lead overall continues to balloon here. About 500 points, 525-ish, as we head to chapter 4, quarter.
Yeah, no, this is difficult chapter to make up points. It's hard to stay healthy. This is probably the most infected sided chapter in the campaign, in my opinion here. And that's when it comes a little bit later, because you always have spawns above the survivors almost the entire chapter, except for the short, brief period inside the graveyard. Even then, when you get to the church, you'll have spawns above the survivors. So this is one of the chapters that is extremely infected-sided, in my opinion, now. And they just got to take advantage of it as far as Pibbles. Get a wipe at that 52 tank and make up some points, because I think you got to bring it within like 200 to 250 in order to call it Chapter 5. I just don't think it's enough otherwise.
Alrighty, let's see it. Hunter, Boomer, Charger, Smoker. Boom is ready with the arc, of course. Got a great number of arc spawns here, potentially. being called, and they get all the way around the boom, no problem. They do eat the charge of the Hunter, though. It's just going to be 2%, though. Clears are very quick, nobody getting, like, stumbled, and they mop it up.
You do that again, I'll knock you in the next week.
We're making good ground. I mean, only at 20%. That kind of shows how long this chapter is. And usually you're at 8 or 9 right when you walk out the door. Here comes the church. Like I said, look at immediately up to the top spawns with all the special infected. They need to go now, and they're going to do so. The Charger, not able to find it, and it was just about a second or two too late for the spawns to be ready there. No, they were able to back up. I would have liked to see one come from behind them.
I love a Mitski just like recognizes that charge has got his number, no problem, and he just, you know, takes a deep breath, aims at the head, and pulls the trigger, and just trusts that his team is going to be able to clear that charge before it lands at the wall. And indeed, they have lightning fast clear on that charge. They get the rest of the hit mopped up. It's going to be a 2-2 here, Hunter Charger. Kind of watching the back spawns, as there is a Hunter and a Charger on the back, trying to manipulate them. Charge from one end, Hunter going to land as well. Charge full smackdown into spit, and RG4Life is going to eat it big on this one, and that's really going to make up for some of the lost damage earlier on in the chapter.
Yeah, look at Zoom. No, he ate it badly there. He's actually going to have to eat pills. Wow, that's a lot more. And you know what? They're going to have to fight this in the street. They're not even going to be able to get to the alley. So this is going to be, if the tank knows where his toys are, he can really put the survivors in a pickle here now. I don't think they're going to be able to jump over the fence and get over to that alley on the left side of the street. I really doubt it.
Okay. Beautiful scheme, but look at it, it still comes, yeah.
I didn't even
They
notice.
still land those individual hits, and wow, you're right.
Look out!
They're just gonna have to back off.
He's got 2 dumpsters, and he needs to get them both. And he's going the wrong way. Okay, now he's going the right. No, he's not. He's gonna. Okay, now he's going the right way. All right, now we got 1 dumpster coming in at least. And I'm pretty sure he'll see the second. He has to walk right by it and all. And this is what I mean. You have both of these in play. This is big, especially if they don't go the right way here. Oh, he missed it. The dumpster to the right. Go get it, Alex. And he walks right by it. No. Alex, pay attention.
This is like your Where's Waldo. You're loving this.
Taking a little bit of unnecessary damage though.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. That was so
Tip.
close. That's out of
Little
play.
light. Take
it away now. Take it away.
He's gonna go ahead and roll it in, smoker into the smack. But now he's half HP. And he's gonna get a core. Ah, he's taking a, oh my god, I can't, oh, charge in there as well, double smack. E-Rock into the corner. But Alex goes down. All the SIs die off quick, fast, and in a hurry. 848 points of bonus left. That was a pretty uneventful tank. Like, we literally got to see like 7 seconds of a tank fight, and he was already dead.
Yeah, he tried to spread the love as much as he could. Didn't take the in cap. The damage bonus was still open, so not much was lost from it. And now they're gonna go with this Poo 2. This is every time you just wanted to send. This is it. And look at this. Pull through the spit. Not bad. And I gotta be honest with you, Nall. Over the times that we've casted matches, we always made fun of the Poo 2. We always have. But you know what? I love to see the top teams see what they try to do with it to get some value. You know what I mean? So now that I see it come up into play, I want to see the curiosity of what they're going to try to do to get some value from it. So I'm going to take it back on the Poo 2 and say it's not the worst hit. It's just going to take the most creativity to get any value.
Yeah, exactly. That's a great way to frame it. You're not going to get like a simple hunt spit, you know, or something like that, but you can still make it work. In the meantime, Hunter Charger Jockey Spitter, yeah, pretty powerful hit, and RG4Life is obviously trying to bait it out. They're gonna send it. Charger goes first. He didn't get lasered down as quick as I thought he could, but let's be honest, he doesn't land, so it doesn't matter. Jockey dies off as well. I think we're gonna have a Charger Hunter Smoker Boom. I think could be the setup here as they approach the event. 1,400 and change left as far as points go for RG4Life on this chapter.
89% is what it takes to get to the drops. I don't think you'll ever see a tank here anymore. What a charger, but what a clear. They do rate a 2-go. My goodness, that Hunter went flying through the sky. Did he get fall damage on that? I don't even know. I doubt it, but that was wild looking.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy for sure.
But still, 641 bonus. They're not going to be fast anymore, but still pretty respectable score considering where they're at on this chapter. That's pretty high now. It's very high with 600 points. It's going to be hard to keep with all these close choke points coming up ahead.
Absolutely. Charger, Hunter, Jockey, Spitter, another massive one. But look at the Hunter. Oh, Charger going to get in there. The Spit doesn't, though. Okay.
Spit failure negates the damage from probably going down to about 500 even. Instead, stays at 561. Bit delay. He lands it, but they run through it. They take the things, and I would have done it too. I'm not waiting for that one now. And now I know the Spitter can't spit. They can take this alley really fast if they hold W. Ooh, it's gonna be close. And the Spit's there. But only gets coached for a ding. That's it. They still have 538 points.
And they're like outside of the safe room right now. For those of y'all who don't know, they have to drop down through this hole in the ground, and then they are there, going to have some spawns available, and by that I mean a whole quad ready to go. Looks like they're just going to go ahead and rocket the whole thing out. And goes, oh, what was that charge happening there? Hunter hunting down Rochelle. But that's going to be that. Quad finding pretty much nothing. And 1,220 points for RG4Life, putting Pibbles in a pretty uncomfortable spot, I'd say. They're going to have some work to do. I'd say they got to get at least, what, 50% bonus, if not more?
Yeah, they need, I mean, let's see, 700 points and all. Put them at about 2,400, so they need about a little bit less than 1,000. I believe it's like 970 is what they're going to need to get back into this action.
With bonus alone?
Yeah, it's like 900 bonus. Yeah, that's a lot to ask for coming out from Pibbles, considering they've been taking quite a bit of damage the last couple of chapters, and this is the most difficult chapter on Survivor by far. I guess opening attacker couple will set the tone for this, so I believe that Pibbles does still have life. They do need to get a bigger score than that, and I believe 700 bonus null will be the minimum to call for finale.
Okay. Got one ready up that we're waiting on from both sides, and then we'll be headed into it. Charger, Hunter, Smoker, Boom. I loved the way that RG4Life handled this hit. They still walked into the charge and the Hunter, but in theory, the first part was cool. The way that they, just blitzed it out through the doorway, and the Boom wasn't even ready on the Arc Boom. He was positioned there, but they just went right past it. But we'll see what Pibbles can do. They're gonna need some really strong survivor play, which hasn't always been their strong suit, but it's definitely looked like the potential is there. Like, if they can connect all the dots, the potential is definitely there for them to have at least one stellar survivor round.
Opening attack, Charger, Hunter, Smoker, and the Boomer. Looks like we're going to see the hit on the transition on the outside of the factory building. Hunter already going to go up for the DP. One of the two infected that can actually hit on the rooftop for this hit. The only two, actually.
Yep.
Charger. That was a triple fist. And nobody's cleared the Smoker. And the Hunter didn't even go yet. Where is the Hunter? Oh, and he gets the 25! I asked for it, I got it.
Beautifully done. Hunter definitely taking his time. I love the Arc Boom from inside as well, on top of the silo. Hits 2 of them. Definitely helps facilitate that 25 DP because there was no other pressure other than the 2 boom guys in the back line. And that was one of the guys that Hunter hit, I do believe. So we got a 3-1. Great follow-up hit for RG4Life. Getting the damage in, getting the follow-up hit. Charge are going to find Nick as he walks back into it. Charge spit, Jockey carrying into the spit. Smoker eventually getting cleared. Oh my good god, the damage is crazy, MK. They're down. They're taking 15% per hit. I think that's kind of the opposite of what they need to do. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's pretty much the opposite.
Oh yeah, it's way opposite. And they already find a set of pills, which was a little bit better for their case, but the tank is going to let us know all we need if they can make it to it. The boomer lands 1 survivor. Looks like they're just going to go here. The charger's waiting. No, and they're going to back off. They want the spitter. Unless the survivors make a misplay here, I don't think the infected go. And they're just trying to keep the survivors in there like right now. Look at that spawn timer's almost up, and he sacked himself in there. And he is back now, and now it's going to be a quad try. Are they just going to end it right here? Smoker looking for a spawn. They call the go-go. The jockey lands. The hunter lands. The charger whips. And that'll be a quad shutdown, but the damage still coming out is big. 3 full hits in, and they're averaging about, what is that now? About 13% per hit?
Yeah, the damage is so nasty. We said they needed at least 700 bonus. And right now they're teetering. They're only 245 points that they can lose. And there's a tank that's about to come in. And not just any ordinary tank. A tank in the hands of team captain of RG4Life. Team captain of many teams. Definitely the player whose name I see the most out of anyone in this lobby. Dark Maze on the tank. Fonny and G would be close second for sure. But regardless, we got Dark Maze in the house. He's getting a dumpy. He might know where the second one is. He might not. But the thing is, that man know how to work the dumpy. We'll see what he can do with it. Got an AI spitter as well, just for fun.
Hey, AI spitters are underrated now.
They are.
This one's gonna die though, but still.
Very good job.
Oh, he got it! He found it, now.
We did.
Yes, Darkman's did his math or research, and look at the survivors going forward. I don't agree with this because he could just climb over and cut you off. Do you really think this was gonna work?
Oh, snap.
Oh! Take it away now.
Thank God he's gonna go in with that. Don't commit too hard to the dumpy. Corral them into it. Ellis is walking a little too close. Smoking separation, but they won't be able to clear out. My God. That was almost a triple dumpy. Instead, he gets a none dumpy with that. Oh my God, it misses again. And Dark Maze has done absolutely nothing with this tank. And they are able to still survive. I mean, that's just one of those tanks where it's like, yeah, it didn't do good, but oh my God, it was so close to doing good. Like, that's one of those ones where you're playing and your team's gonna like give you question marks and say like C tank and stuff. But you know in your heart that that was a good tank.
And with survivors still needing a chance, I mean, this rock, he lands the rock from downtown. He's hitting threes from another zip code. Rochelle catches it. What value there at the end, and that drops him to 716 down to 686. And I think the math is already too great for the deficit. And it's just a matter of time before this one comes to conclusion. But man, is being entertaining as heck there at the end.
Dude, we got 3 members of Pibbles texting their girlfriends, playing Candy Crush, shopping online, doing pretty much anything other than clearing the smoker and preventing the rock. Jockey hopping through. Hunter gonna land as well. Hunt spit. Jockey not able to carry into the spit, but let's be real. I mean, the damage is free flowing here at this point. Double boom at the tail end just to make it a little bit worse for Pibbles.
Yep, they make it to the pool room. They're actually coming up on the end of the map. The only problem is the end of the map has the event and a lot of twists and turns to get to that safe room, which means a lot more special and infected attacks, and they're up before everybody's ready, and they're not going to be ready to go in here, but they're going to send the charger gets a triple charge. Survivors are everywhere. Are they going to end it with a quad? The jockey can't get the last guy, and they're going to survive, but they're not going to be very healthy. In fact, they could actually still die here, because look how healthy. He's going to leave and go after the jock guy. and almost ends in a quad fashion. Smoker coming to troll it, and he's waiting. He's gonna get the quick pull. No, he doesn't. He gets M2'd away. Spitter gonna come up here and delay this as much as they can.
Oh.
And now they're split 2 and 2. And no, this is just a matter of time before this ends. The Boomer lands a triple. Probably the one up front's gonna get caught. No, they regroup with each other. And the Charger can't delay this due to where they're standing. And the pickups will happen.
Thank you.
That was wild there, no. Almost ended it there with a quad.
Yeah, I mean, this has been a nasty little chapter here for RG4Life. Even without like any tank damage, except for a rock, they've got him down to 2 bonus left, and that's just not gonna cut it here. Hey, nice little hunt scratch. Jockey trying to get scratches in. Alex is just gonna get scratched to death. There are 2 survivors. Look, he's gonna get scratched. There's a quick smoke. Okay, always you always gotta be unpredictable. You know what I mean? Just when you think that they're going for Scratch City, they hit them with the quick smoke, and they're still gonna survive. But let's be real, MK. This is over. This is done. RG4Life has made it happen.
So shout out to Balino. Thanks for the sub, my friend. The Boomer stumble.
Ooh.
That's gonna put everybody black and white, except for no, actually no, not everybody. There's still one person who is not yet. But I don't think we're going to get to it. The GGs come out, and that is... No, we don't. He's still alive. Oh, the jockey comes to clean it up, and there it will be. That'll be RG4Life getting the victory over Pibbles with a campaign score of 3,436 to 2,255. GG, nah. GG.